After last year's rather uninspiring flagship series with the Galaxy S20 and its siblings, Samsung is bringing us a new take on how its flagships will be moving forward. The S21 is a looker, we'll give you that. But is it enough to step out of the shadow of its lackluster predecessor? Jeevan here from techENT, and this is our review of the Galaxy S21. The Samsung Galaxy S series has never really been about innovating with looks. I mean, there's only so much you can do with a rectangular slab. However, Samsung is out to prove us wrong with the S21. Like the Z Flip of last year, the company is working on making flagships that make a statement. While in the past Samsung's design was subtle and understated, the S21 turns that on its head. The new flagship from Samsung is one of the company's best designed flagships to date. The design of the S21 is bold if nothing else. It stands out for all the right reasons, and its bright, varied colored selection makes it one of the liveliest flagship offerings from Samsung in a while. The Galaxy S21 gets its attitude from the colorway and the metal frame, which encompasses the cameras. In fact, its design is not only stylish, it's also functional. It helps minimize the camera bump, which is a welcome change. What's more, with the matte finish of the S21, you have a pretty purple smartphone without the fingerprints. The best part of the S21? It's small enough to use in one hand, even if you don't have large hands like mine. The Galaxy S21 isn't all about its looks either. Samsung has packed it to the brim with refinements, and it's very apparent when it comes to software. The user experience on the S21 is refined while still being your quintessential Samsung device. In fact, it is possibly the most stable Samsung Galaxy S series to date. The software features build on a lot of those found in vanilla Android, and that's not a bad thing. Samsung has added its own flair which makes things smoother and feel even more premium. One UI 3.1 brings features like bubbles which allow you to have access to certain apps in the same way you would have with Facebook Messenger chat heads. One UI made this feature a lot more visually pleasing. Aside from that, the amount of lag and delay in the software is massively improved compared to last year. The S21 is buttery smooth. While there may have been some hiccups here and there, it doesn't make the phone unusable. The performance optimizations don't end with the UX either. The Samsung Galaxy S21 seems to have tackled some of the more jarring issues that have plagued Samsung for ages. We had the Exynos 2100 version of the flagship, and in all honesty, you're not missing out on anything when it comes to performance. From jumping between apps to multi-window usage, it had little difficulty keeping up. In fact, it was able to jump between some heavy gaming apps to other apps with ease. Even editing videos on Adobe Rush or photos on Adobe Photoshop wasn't a problem with the phone. However, when it comes to high-performance smartphones, battery life is usually a concern. In our time with the Galaxy S21, we easily got about 22 hours of battery life from the smartphone. Even in the first 24 hours with the smartphone, it was able to deliver about 21 hours of battery life. Keep in mind, this was with updating the phone and setup, which included a lot of screen on time. The small refinements continue with the S21's display. The dynamic AMOLED 2X display lives up to its name with dynamic refresh rates. The display automatically adjusts its refresh rate according to the content on screen, maxing out at 120Hz. While this may seem like a trivial improvement to the display, it is one of the reasons for the impressive battery life on the S21. That aside, the adaptive refresh rate of the S21 makes consuming content on the smartphone a pleasure. You will be able to read for longer stretches of time with the S21 simply because the screen is refreshing at less than 10 Hz, reducing eye strain. And when you're playing an intense game, the refresh rate automatically adjusts to 120 Hz, so you'll get every single frame of action. The color accuracy of the display is also pretty impressive. You could do some color sensitive work on the phone in a pinch. Aside from that, the viewing experience is really good for a 6.2-inch display. Its minimal bezels, good color saturation and brightness make watching videos on YouTube or shows on Netflix and Amazon Prime a really enjoyable experience. The Samsung Galaxy S21 doesn't come with the most camera sensors in the lineup. However, Samsung has equipped the S21 with what matters. The 64 megapixel telephoto sensor paired with the two 12 megapixel wide and ultra wide sensors give you enough versatility that you are not missing out on much. Taking pictures on the Galaxy S21 is a breeze thanks to the built-in AI. It even suggests the best settings for you. However, the S21 truly shines when it comes to the amount of control you have when you kick it into Pro modes on both video and photos. The fact that Samsung has allowed you granular controls on the camera allow you to capture your vision without compromise. Of course, if you're a parent or love to capture memories, you've got single take making a comeback. With a few tweaks, the new single take feature is a little bit better than before. You'll be able to catch boomerangs, videos, GIFs, and pictures with a single press of a button. The biggest improvement when it comes to the camera, in our opinion, comes with the improvements Samsung has made to space zoom and night mode. With the zoom lock feature, zooming at such high magnitudes finally makes sense. You can actually get pretty decent shot. Night mode also has increased detail and is quicker in getting the composites. As a total package, the S21 is a well-optimized flagship. In fact, we would go so far as to say it's actually the return to form of the Galaxy S series. Coming in at 3,899 ringgit, the S21 is a touch more expensive than last year's S20. This may be the case in Malaysia. The S21 is significantly cheaper in the US and other countries. However, considering the whole package of the S21, it may be worth your time if you must have a Samsung flagship. The price point still doesn't take away from the fact that you get a well-designed smartphone which isn't just pretty, it can also perform. That said, we can't help but feel that Samsung could have priced the device slightly lower to be more on par with other countries and be more competitive in the market. All in all, the Samsung Galaxy S21 still remains one of the best ways to kick off smartphone season for 2021. It's bringing the flagship back to a more affordable price point while refining the experience and upping the design value. And there you have it, that's our review of the S21. Tell us what you think of the device in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more from techENT.